Hello, everybody, and welcome to Steelbook Obsessed. I am Jake Boston, and now, today, this very second, we're going to go over all of the Steelbooks that are coming out in the month of February. I skipped January. There were only like 4 Steelbooks that came out, but there are quite a few this month. In fact, let me show you exactly how many there are. Boom. Here is the list. How many do we have? Like 20 some? 22? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 23. 23 Steelbooks to be precise. I kind of separated them out by week. I want to say these are all the ones that come out tomorrow, the 13th. These are all the ones that come out the 20th, and then the other ones come out on the 27th. So let's start by talking about this guy right here. I also have, I'm also going to try to show you as much of the Steelbook as I possibly can. So we are going to try and do this and pull up a link. Let's do Hunger Games, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes on 4K. There's a better picture for you. Yeah. It's a little blurry on Walmart's website. That's not a fun thing to do. What do you think Walmart? Excuse me. Let me start that over. How do you think Walmart is doing with their Steelbook releases so far? I am pretty mixed, but they haven't had a lot of new ones. I think tomorrow will be like a big man. I like the way that slipcover looks. I think tomorrow will be a big test to see like how many of these Steelbooks will actually hit their shelves. I am very curious. All of their stuff switched to bi-weekly. So this is like their big first test because there are 6 new releases this week. Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I have another Hunger Games. I should have grabbed this before I went live. But it looks a lot like this one right here, which is the collection. I'll stop sharing for a second. It looks like this sucker right here, the Hunger Games 4 movie collection, like very similar. You pop it open. It has the front with Katniss Everdeen and Snow on there as well. I like how they're kind of sticking with that format, and I'm pretty sure they came out with this just because the new movie would have the same similar format. I like how it kind of matches up. For the first one, I am going to give Hunger Games, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I think it's good. It's not blowing my socks off, but it's not hurting my feelings at all either. It's a very safe, solid bet. Yeah, I think that's a good place to start, don't you? Next up, I will stop sharing and show you the Marvels. This is a Walmart exclusive as well. Let me type this in here. The Marvels. Look for that. Do you want to watch me type? Is that something you guys would like to do? Let me know in the comments because you might be watching the recording, but I am doing this live. I like to do these live just to get some feedback from all of you too. In fact, before I go and show you that Steelbook, let's go see some of the comments here. Mary Penna, am I excited? Saw 11 coming out October 2024. Yes, I'm very excited. I'm a big Saw person. I enjoyed Saw X quite a bit too. Hey, Tiana, how's it going? Love me some films. How's it going? A lot of hellos. You got your copy of Hunger Games already? Very cool. Mine is still coming in the mail. Infinite Character, what's going on? How's it going, Eli? What's up, everybody? You got the Hunger Games 4 movie collection. Just have the Best Buy exclusive one. I have them both. I enjoy the Hunger Games quite a bit. I bought the set, the Hunger Games set, and then Lionsgate sent me this one last year. And this is a beefy sucker. And I want to say this is not that badly priced either. It has 4Ks and Blu-rays. It's a nice set. It's definitely a nice set. Definitely not interested in the Marvels, but I do think the cat is very cute on it. And hit that like button. Yes, please. Hit the like button. Share this if you're not. Follow if you're not. All that fun stuff. But now, speaking of fun, let's look at the Marvels. Is that a fun movie? I don't know. I have it. I have not seen it yet. I've heard very mixed things about it. I've heard that the movie, the best part is the mid-credits scene, which is not a good sign with any Marvel movie. But I do like me some cats. Cats are always fun. And I gotta say, I like the way that cover looks. I think that cover looks pretty dang sharp. And then the rest just shows stills from the movie. That shows pretty much, yeah, that shows all the Steelbook. I like this one. I think that's a pretty strong Marvel Steelbook. I don't know about you, but for me, I'm gonna stop sharing. I'm gonna go back to the tier list right here. And I think I'm going to give the Marvels a very good. I think that is a strong Steelbook, if I do say so myself. Am I going to like the movie? I don't know. But yeah, for the Steelbook, it's a good. It's a good. Next up, the next movie I'm going to show off is one that I have already. And I did a review for it on the channel. It got okay views. I don't know if you guys want me to do movie reviews on my channel or not, but I did a review of Footloose. I did it before the controversy of people saying that this had a very bad transfer. There are moments that look very, very good in here. And then there are moments that look like a Blu-ray release, a little bit cruddy. I feel like the original film print that they took this from wasn't the best, wasn't the strongest. But you know what is strong? The concept of this Steelbook. In my video, I showed that this reminded me a lot of the Guardians of the Galaxy cassette tape, the Walkman player. Anytime that you can kind of make a Steelbook look like something else, I'm a sucker for it. On the back here, you have a whole bunch of quotes. Kick off your Sunday shoes. Let's hear it for the boy. You know, just pretty much songs that are in this. No real quotes. And on the inside, I'll take the discs out just so I can show you what the inside is, because it looks like the inside of a cassette player too. Love that touch. And then just a whole bunch of different stickers from the movie. I will say that I thought Footloose was okay. Some of these 80s classics that I'm watching for the first time as I am getting movies to review, I don't know why they're so highly rated. Dirty Dancing, I was not a fan of at all. Just was not my type of movie, man. Footloose is better than Dirty Dancing, in my opinion, but it's still not great. I think I gave it a 3 out of 5. It's not really my cup of tea. Even though a 3 in my grading scale, a 3 is like passable. A 3 is good. 3.5 is very good. 4 is great. 4.5 is very great. 5 is perfect. So that's how I do it. But let's go to the tier list. And just because I'm a sucker for a concept Steelbook, I think I'm going to give Footloose a very good as well. I like that sucker quite a bit. Borderline amazing. Borderline amazing. If it was the first one to ever do it, the Guardians one. Guardians one I think is amazing. Footloose is very good. Could possibly go to amazing. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. All of this is very fluid. It's not set in stone as soon as I throw it on there. At the very end, I will go and kind of order all of them from best to least best. So we'll see how that goes. The next one, though, is a show, if I'm being honest, I had no idea was even a thing. I think you guys want to watch me type, so that's fine. Let's do this. I'm hoping that this Steelbook is on Walmart, because I did not do any of this ahead of time. Let's look up The Walking Dead. Daryl Dixon. Had no idea this was a show at all. Oh God, this Blu-ray. It's a Blu-ray, right? Daryl Dixon Blu-ray. Yep, there it is. Look how gross that looks. I don't like that Steelbook at all. That just could you be any more lazy with this? I can't. I tried to look all these up ahead of time. I don't have any of the windows up, but I couldn't find the image for the back. I couldn't find anything for the inside. All I have to go off of is this. And this is pathetic. This is so boring to me. I don't know anything about the show. Of course, I know Daryl Dixon, but this does not make me want to watch it. This looks more like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker than it does like Daryl Dixon. I just am not a fan of whatever they're trying to do here at all. So for me, unfortunately, I am going to have to give The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, a terrible. I do not like that one at all. Sorry to do it to you. I, again, didn't know the show was a thing. Haven't watched any of the Walking Dead spin-off shows. I watched like up to season 7 or 8 of The Walking Dead. I liked it. I just kind of stopped watching it for some reason. Life happens. You do different things. You know how that goes. Um, yeah. Hopefully we fill out some of these amazing. Hopefully we don't fill out some of these not good. But I think that there are a couple coming up that might be on the not goods. But speaking of goods, we have more people hopping on here. There's a lot of people here. I'd love to see it. Thank you very much. Let's throw some of the comments on here. Yep, hit that like button. I'll promote that again. Deadpool and Wolverine, yeah. I thought the trailer looked pretty good. I do like the show Loki, so having the TVA mixed in with anything Deadpool is a good to me. Jody's in the house. I just had him on my last episode of Boutique Talk. Had a great discussion on premium Steelbooks. Great February steals coming for sure. Absolutely, we'll get to all of them. You just got your Footloose Steelbook a few days ago, and I'm waiting to finish Game of Thrones before I watch any of my movies that I bought. Yep, you gotta definitely you gotta have like a list of how you prioritize things. Sometimes I get a lot of movies in for promotional reasons, and I'm very honored to do that type of stuff. It's still baffling that it's happening, but some I know go to the very top of the list, and some are can you see that? Move microphone. They're the pile of doom right over there in the corner. So yeah, you get to them when you get to them. That's even stuff that I need to like put away still. So yeah, you gotta make lists. You gotta make stacks. I did a Twitter poll about Footloose versus Grease, and people are 50-50. Grease way over Footloose. I enjoy Grease. Footloose, I'm okay if I never watch again. What app site do you use for ranking emoji thingy? The tier list? This is tiermaster.com, I believe. You should be able to see when I show the screen again. You need a sticker of my YouTube channel. Do I have merch? The only merch that I have, I have an enamel pin of my logo. And I've had those for a while. They sold well at the very beginning. I haven't promoted them a lot either. They're $10, and they're really cool enamel pins. They're like 2 inches by 2 inches. I enjoy them. If you want, get a hold of me on Instagram, anybody, and I will cut you a deal on those. It's also on my TikTok shop if that's a thing for you. I'm so happy about Lisa Frankenstein for the reason that a Filipino actress in that movie. I'm so excited. I did not watch Lisa Frankenstein over the weekend, but I did watch Jennifer's Body, another movie written by Diablo Cody. I enjoyed that one. There's definitely a unique style that you're walking into whenever you watch a movie written by Diablo Cody. And I was into Jennifer's Body quite a bit. I liked all the gory aspects. This one's directed by Zelda Williams, daughter of Robin Williams, which I think is very cool. For me, it wasn't a movie that I was dying to see in theaters, but I will definitely see at some point. Lisa Taffy, can't wait. Very cool. Paprika is the Inception before Nolan's Inception. I've heard that. I've not seen the movie yet. Steelbook is coming out later this month, but I do want to watch it. The OG UK Blu-ray Steelbook design for Hunger Games is still the best. I don't know what that one looks like. Who's the next guest on Boutique Talk? I have Garrett from Born to Be Rad next Wednesday. I'm taking a week off. This is my live for this week. Next week it'll be Garrett. We'll be talking about Phantom of the Mall, Eric's Revenge from Arrow Video. It's been in my collection ever since it came out. I have not seen it yet, so I kind of he picked that movie out. Didn't even give him my collection. He's like, "Do you have this movie?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do. Let's talk about it." So that should be a fun discussion, talking all things Arrow Video and collecting. You gotta love it. But you know what I also love? Steelbooks. Let's get back to this here tier list right here. And the next movie we have is Weird, the Al Yankovic story. Let's look up that on the screen on the Walmart. Weird, the Al Yankovic story, 4K Steelbook. There it is. Oh, that's a pretty good picture. That's a pretty safe picture. Nothing wrong there. I think it's a bit crazy that it's $40. I feel like this movie should be like $30. $30 seems like a sweet spot. $40 for these like 4K new releases. I don't know. It's a hard pill to swallow for me. I don't know how you all feel in there, but it's definitely making me second guess some purchases. 30 is like the main one where I'm like, well, okay. $40 for Weird. I enjoyed Weird, but I enjoyed watching it for free on the Roku channel, if I'm being honest. It's a fine movie. I don't think it's $40 for me. But it is Shout Studio, so you know you're getting quality with it. It looks like there's a ton of bonus features, but that's not what we are reviewing here. We are reviewing Weird, the Al Yankovic story Steelbook, folks. That's the poster artwork that I have seen. I wonder if I can find any more artwork on here. Let me stop sharing for just a second. Let's go back to the tier list while I look up possibly finding more images. Have you seen Weird, the Al Yankovic story? I liked it. I didn't love it. I wanted to really love it. I don't know about you all. I do like Weird Al, for sure. But the movie went, I mean, I like UHF too. That movie's outlandish. This one goes like super duper outlandish. And I don't know. I just wanted to like it a little bit more than what I did. Looking up images of Weird the Al Yankovic story Steelbook, there's really only that one image that I see. That's unfortunate. I wonder what the rest of the Steelbook looks like. Has anybody gotten this one yet? That would be a good thing to know. And if you did, you should let me know what's on the back. Because one thing I will say about Walmart and their Steelbooks, they don't care about release dates. As soon as they get their stock in, you get it, which is very cool. Hard to prepare for, but also makes you kind of like want to go into Walmart a little bit more, if I do say so myself. I know I've been wanting to get one of these movies. I've been wanting to get this Willy's Wonderland, the one that I will share next. But right now we're at Weird, and since this cover is the only thing that I have to go off of, I'm going to put it in good, because I don't think it would be a very good yet, but it could move to a very good if I see more images of it. But next up, we have the one I was talking about, Willy's Wonderland. So let's go back to this screen over here and pull up Willy's Wonderland. I've not seen this movie. This will be a blind buy for me, but I have heard pretty good things. And look at this. This is a 4K that's $32.99. What is the difference? I know that Weird got released last year. Willy's Wonderland is maybe 3 years old, 2 years old. It's not super old. Does it say when this movie came out? It does not. Okay. But again, there's not a lot to go off this one either. But I do like that image. I think that image is very strong. And it's an image that's exclusive to the Steelbook, which also goes a long way for me. I'm borderline wanting to put this in very good, even though there's not a lot to see. And I cannot see any more of this Steelbook anywhere online either. Let me look. Let me cook a little bit and look and see if I can find anything. I don't think it's on there. Willy's Wonderland Steelbook. See if there's any more images. I don't think there is. Ooh, there is. I found one on Reddit. Okay. Ooh, okay. Let me show you. I found some goodies. This just might change what my review is going, or what my rating is going to be. Oh, this is so exciting. Doing some research. There it is. That looks dope. That looks awesome. I like the way that looks. Oh man. Okay. That looks creepy as all get out. I know little things about Willy's Wonderland. I don't know a lot. I did not know that this is what the creatures looked like. That's just giving me all types of like scary vibes. I like that a lot, actually. And that is why Walmart, please get your stuff together with showing us every single aspect of the Steelbook. I don't know why you're not doing this. I don't know why any website that is selling an item does not show you like every different aspect of that item, especially as Steelbook. Give me the front, give me the back, give me the inside. Lionsgate seems to give you those images quite well. We just saw with Disney and the Marvels, they give you that image. I don't know if you're trying to sell a Steelbook, why you wouldn't show us every single aspect of the amazing artwork. Because just showing or just seeing what I just saw on this Willy's Wonderland makes me want to get it even more, and it's moving from good to very good. That is easy. And it makes me think what's on the back of Weird. But who knows? I'll never know until the images get leaked, hopefully tomorrow or something. But those are all the releases coming out tomorrow. Again, Willy's Wonderland is the one that I want to get. $32.99. Usually $30 is like, okay, I can this will be like my blind watch. It's borderline buying it for a blind watch is what I'm trying to say. I was trying to get clever with the words, could not think of anything clever. So probably with tax, $35. Still a hard pill to swallow, but I've heard very good things about Willy's Wonderland. I will be giving it a gander. But let's go to the 20th now in a Steelbook that I am very, very excited about. And that is going to be Brawl in Cell Block 99. Boom. I love this movie. This movie is a load of fun. If you have not seen it, highly recommend it. What's up with this? I've seen the front and back cover. Walmart, what are you doing? Give me every single aspect of the Steelbook. Here's the inside. Inside is nice. I'll cut you a little break there, but the back artwork on this one is good too. You can see a little bit of it peeking out right there. You can't see all of it. The inside is okay, but the back is really where it's at. Let's go back here. Let's look up Brawl and Cell Block 99 Steelbook because I have to show you. I could not show you. I have to show you every single aspect. I don't know if you care about my opinion on Steelbooks, but I'm hoping if you're watching this, you are just a little curious, I guess. Let's see. There it is. There's the picture. Was this so hard, Walmart, just to find all of the images? And maybe I'm giving you a hard time and you just go off of what the studios give you. But there's the back right there. A strong, striking image. This is from the director who directed Bone Tomahawk. Dragnicos Concrete is his other movie. To me, this is the one that I'll go back to and watch the most. I feel like Bone Tomahawk, once you know what the twist is or the take on that movie is, it's fun, but you know what you're walking yourself into. This, even though you know how brutal this movie can get, you're excited to go watch it again, if that makes any sense at all. I own this movie on 4K already, and I am really wanting to buy it just because I like the way the Steelbook looks. And the Steelbook is $30. The way that especially a catalog title, $30 is probably like the highest you should go on your Steelbooks. Brawl and Cell Block 99. To me, I think it's a very good Steelbook. I think it's a very striking image. And that's where I'm going with it. The next one, Children of the Corn, people. I don't know what to think of this movie. I have not seen, this is like the remake, correct? I have not seen this remake, but I've heard nothing but terrible things. In fact, I haven't even seen the original Children of the Corn. And I live in Iowa. That I should change that. There's the original, $20. This is just this is a 4K. Okay, I thought it was just a Blu-ray. It's a 4K of the Steelbook. Here we go. And a child shall lead them. A new nightmare takes seed. Don't know what the inside looks like, but at least we get the front and back covered. I will give RLJE that. Or Image Entertainment? RLJE. Okay, both. Okay. That image is okay. It's not doing a lot for me, but I do like how the image spans across both sides of the Steelbook. That always goes a long way for me. Just the wording. The wording's not doing a lot. I mean, I know you had a lot of real estate to work with in the sky, but to just give very generic words that look scary, I don't know. I think I know how I feel about this one, but let's talk it out as a group, shall we? Children of the Corn. I don't think it's a not good, and I don't think it's a very good. I'm pretty sure this is like the quintessential good. You can't really mess this one up. They played it safe, but I'm not mad at it either. I think that's where I'm going with this one for sure. But I forgot that I have people in the comments, so I gotta go to the comments over here. Guns Akimbo Steelbook, fingers crossed, that would be great, man. Let's see here. Are you saying there's a possibility that Walmart will have tomorrow's releases out tonight? Yes. It depends on the store, depends on the location, but there have been numerous people ever since Walmart started having the new releases that have gotten them days ahead of time in stores because the stores don't care. The stores just put out what they have. And yeah, I know the Hunger Games one, people have had it for like 3-4 days. I've seen them post early, which is very cool, but just like very Wild Westy, and it makes it fun for a collector to get stuff before it hits hits release date. What makes a great steelbook so attractive to the eyes? You're dying to know. I don't know, just how I feel on how they look. Every steelbook is different, and I judge every single one. I don't have a criteria. Maybe I should come up with a criteria, but I don't have one. Look up Possessor from Second Sight. I don't need to. That thing looks amazing. That is, I love Second Sight. I don't feel the need to buy every single beefy box set they come out with. I'm okay with just the standard release because I like the way that the images and the way they look just with their cases because they're beefy cases too. I only have a few of the boxes, the movies that I really like. Possessor is a movie that I think is phenomenal, and the artwork that is on that beefy box, it's so good. That is one I'm picking up the beefy box for sure. Yo, a bald Vince Vaughn being a badass prisoner. You haven't seen this one? You need to. Brawl in Cell Block 99. It is it's brutal. It's gruesome, and it's a gory good time. I highly recommend that movie. How was 12 Monkeys the other day? Yes. I'm trying to watch a movie every day over on my Letterboxd account. I think it's under my name, Jake Boston. Every day this year I have hit that criteria so far. A couple days ago I watched 12 Monkeys. My review will be up tomorrow on it. I've never seen it before. I popped in the 4K disc of 12 Monkeys. The first image that was shown, like the first actual image, like not the title screen, but the first Bruce Willis boom. I thought this transfer was going to knock my socks off. It was up there with like some of the best 4K images I've seen on my OLED. And then it kind of started getting grainy and stuff. The movie is phenomenal. The imagery cuts back and forth into like jaw-dropping awe and just like, oh, this is nice. But the movie, I'm a sucker for time travel movies, and I'm pissed at myself. It took me 34 years on Earth to actually finally watch 12 Monkeys. And what's cool is that the Arrow video release also came with a feature-length documentary that I'll also be reviewing on Letterboxd because it's on there, and it's showing like a behind-the-scenes look following the director Terry Gilliam through a lot of different like press junkets, some behind-the-scenes tidbits. It's a cool way to focus in on a movie. It's like focusing in on Terry Gilliam as he's making 12 Monkeys and as he's like going through the process of promoting it. It's a very cool, very, very cool way to do a making of. I enjoy it. John Wick has met his match in Dev Patel, the Monkey Man. Yeah, that trailer looked really good too, really strong. It's a movie I asked to show off months ago, and you showed Possession. Oh yeah, Possession I also just watched as well, like a couple weeks ago from Umbrella Entertainment. But yeah, Possessor from Second Sight looks phenomenal. You have seen Cell Block 99. Okay, good. Just got the Italian Steelbook of the Legend of Tarzan. Love this movie. That's one with Sarsgaard in it, right? I haven't seen it. Have not seen it. But let's go back to the tier list and see what movie we're talking about now. Another movie I haven't seen, but this trailer really made me want to watch it back when it was coming out in theaters. And I kind of forgot about it, if I'm being honest, until I saw an image for the Steelbook. So let's go over here and type in, I think Mayhem is the Steelbook. Mayhem Steelbook. There it is, Steven Yeun. This trailer looked really, really fun. I think that Steelbook looks really, really fun too. It's kind of your the image is like, this looks like your run-of-the-mill Marvel poster or like a superhero poster. It's just like there's one image with a whole bunch of random character shots in here to make it look as cinematic as possible. I like that inside image. That's a very nice one. And I'm assuming that's the back because it actually has like the the 2017 LLC trademark down there. Hostile work environment. I like that Steelbook. Do I really like it or do I just like it? I'm making my mind up now. I think if I'm being honest with myself, this might be like the very, very lowest of the very goods when I rate them. It's probably the weakest of the very goods that we've hit so far, but I think it's still better than good. I think it's still better than good. Another movie that we have here, we're just doing rapid fire right now, folks. This movie came out with a Steelbook already. I can't remember if that one is just Blu-ray or 4K. I want to say it was just Blu-ray. I could be wrong. I have that Steelbook. I still haven't watched it. And I got that Steelbook for a steal. I got it for like $12.99. But again, I can't remember if that was a 4K or a Blu-ray. I want to say it was just Blu-ray. Prisoners of the Ghostland. I will say the imagery for this Steelbook looks way better than the Steelbook that I have. I love that artwork a lot. I think that looks so striking. Makes me want to watch the movie even that much more. Here's the inside art. I'm going to take a drink really fast. I feel my voice go in just a second. But yeah, I heard this movie being compared to Big Trouble in Little China. Mix that type of movie with Nicolas Cage. I don't know how you can go wrong. I haven't watched it yet, so I don't know if it went wrong or not. But I really enjoy all of the imagery that I'm seeing for this Steelbook right now. I think it is all very strong, and I am going to do... It's almost amazing. Is it amazing? If I knew what the back looked like, it might be amazing. But for right now, it's a very good. It's a very good, and that's not a bad thing. Of course, very good is not bad. But now we have a movie that I've seen every installment of the franchise, or of its franchise. I watched all of them last year for Spooky Dookie season. I watched a whole bunch of anthology movies, and the main franchise that I decided to watch was VHS. Triple trilogy? What is it? Triple feature. There it is. VHS triple feature. These are all the ones that were Shudder exclusive so far. 94, 99, and 85. And I would probably rate them in that order as well. They're all like 3.5 out of 5s for me. They're all watchable. They're all fun. I love seeing that price, $35 for 3 movies. That is good. And it looks like they're not stacked on one another either. You get their own individual area for the disc, which goes a long way. There are so many like stack packs that drive me nuts. I don't like the way those look. I don't like having to like take all of them out just to get to the movie that you want to watch. I love how all the poster artwork is on the inside. The front cover is okay. The back isn't that much better either. It's like this gray aesthetic again that touches upon like the movies on the back too, just the 94, 99, 85. I like these movies. I wish that this artwork was on the front, if I'm being honest, because they made a separate Steelbook release just for VHS 99, and this was the cover artwork on that Steelbook, and I loved it, and I still have it. This one, I want to get it just because I don't own 85 or 94 physically, so this would probably be the way that I would go to have it in my collection. Steelbook wise, I think it's just a good that imagery I wish was a lot bit stronger, if I'm being honest. I want to like that more. I'm trying to convince myself to buy it. If the imagery was stronger, I would not have any convincing. I would just buy it. But that's just me. Next one up here, I'm trying to mix in a bunch of these because I have some of the Mill Creek ones that I'm going to show off. This one's coming out the 27th. So I'll show that off now in person instead of going to Walmart or anywhere. And that is Anaconda. Again, I did another video on these where I unboxed everything. If you can't breathe, you can't scream. There's the back right here. Fun 90s movie. It's not going to knock your socks off, but it is an entertaining time. Here is the inside. You get a little bit of that Bayou right there. And just the Blu-ray disc. But the Blu-ray disc does have, let's see if I can make that pop. There you go. On the edges, you can see like some snake skin. There you go. You can see it on the edge right there. It's an okay release. It's pretty dang solid. Matte finish. Nothing too crazy with this one. I would say out of the ones that Mill Creek is releasing this month, it's probably the weakest out of the bunch, but it's still not terrible. It's still getting the job done. And for that reason, I'm giving Anaconda a good. It does what it needs to do, but it doesn't like thrill you at all, which is fine. Next one up here. This one kind of shocked me that we're getting a Steelbook for. I don't hate it at all because this movie is absolutely phenomenal. So let's go over here and let's type in All Quiet on the Western Front Steelbook. All in the family. Okay, here we go. I have this, so I'm not going to get the Steelbook because I really like the media book that this release had. In fact, I have it right here. I'm going to show it off. Once I show off the Steelbook, because it's using like the same imagery and everything, which again isn't bad. This movie is quite striking. 4K, looks phenomenal. It's on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on Netflix. I think it was a Netflix original, so I don't know why they would get it off. Yeah, I love owning streaming only movies physically because you never know with that type of stuff like where those movies are going to go. And this movie did so well accomplishing like how shitty war is and just following a couple soldiers going through crazy circumstances. Here is the media book that God, I should remember what that company is called. That's going to drive me absolutely nuts. I can't remember off the top of my head. Sorry. Cape Light Entertainment. That's who it is. They came out with this media pack. I want to say you can still get it. Actually, yeah, I was at Barnes & Noble the other day, and they still had this for sale, which made me excited. But on the inside here, you got the Blu-ray and the 4K, and it comes with a booklet that is very, very good. I like the packaging. It's like kind of soft and squishy a little bit. It's very unique. It's very big too. Like, hey, I still have this. Here is a normal. It's a little bit taller, so I can't put it with the rest of my movies. I have to put it sideways on the shelf like this because I hate it how it would stick out. But I kind of like that it sticks out because the movie is great and the packaging is great. This is just the only type of media book that I have in my collection like this. So for me, the rare occasion where I would pick the media pack over the Steelbook, but that image on that side is still a good. So if you don't own it at all, I don't think you can go bad either way. And I do think it is a striking image to where it is a very good. I'm assuming that if this is the front, they're going to do this for the back. I don't know what probably they would just do this for the inside, just the war scene again. If they go exactly how they did this media book, it's a very good for sure. That's all I have to go off of. Okay, we're a little over halfway done. We have some bangers to go over. There's a lot of good here. Will it be amazing? We'll see. Because I see this sucker right here, which makes me happy? ? If I liked the movie more than what I do. Because I love this image. Creepshow Steelbook. I think the imagery for this is spooktacular. Creepshow. I watched this again. I told you I watched a whole bunch of anthology horror movies this spooky dookie season. I watched this one for the first time. The vibe. I just wasn't feeling the vibe of Creepshow. I'm feeling this imagery hard. I'm feeling this imagery very much. I love the way that the sleeper, the stalker, I can't remember the name of the skeleton. I love the way the skeleton looks on here. With the cobwebs, I guess. The awesome font, and I love how they chose the font of Creepshow to put on the side too. Here is the back, which has to just be like a J card or something. I wish that Scream Factory or Shout Studios or whatever would get into the slipcovers like Lionsgate has, like Paramount has, like Mill Creek has with a couple of their titles. You know what? I want to try to find this Creepshow front and back of the Steelbook. I think it's going to help make my decision a little bit easier. And see if it's anywhere else on the interwebs. I am not seeing it anywhere. You would think that Scream Factory themselves would want to promote that sucker, but on all of the images that I am seeing, I do not see it at all. What is up with that? That is terrible. Let's just go to the Scream Factory website. Is this exciting content for you all watching me type? Man, it's nowhere. That's unfortunate. I have nothing to go off of here. So with that being said, I am going to go over here to the tier list, to tiermaker.com. That's the website. I don't think I ever said that. This could have been our first amazing, folks, but I really think just from seeing the sole image that it's a very good. I think that is so striking. It'll pop in your hands. It pops on the computer screen, and that's hard to do for these Steelbooks. Normally, when you have it in your hands, it pops a little bit more than what it does on screen. This one, the image screams on screen. I can't even imagine what it's going to be like when I see it on shelves. It's going to be good. Let's see here. I haven't went over comments in a little bit. What other comments do we have here? Aereo has a replacement disc program for the 4K 12 Monkeys. So all of it looks better? Is that what it is? I had not heard that before, Eli, because I did not get a replacement disc. Or if I did, I bought this one a while ago. So I don't know if I got another pressing that had the correct disc in it. I'm not sure. Yeah, I asked for Possessor and you showed off the other. Okay. Yeah, both great movies. Very good. Congratulations on the Chiefs, I guess. I'm one of the people that I'm like kind of getting sick of the Chiefs. I think it's because there's a friend that I have who is a diehard Chiefs fan, and he's like aggressive about how hardcore he is with his love of the Chiefs. This is the only wrestling question I have. What's the best Ric Flair match in your opinion? Woof. There's so many, man. There's so many. My brain just goes to Shawn Michaels and his WWE retirement, but he's had to have had more. That's just the main one that my brain goes to. I just got I've never been I've always liked skateboards, but I've never had one because I'm terrible on a skateboard. I finally got like a deck that I can put on my wall, and it's of Ric Flair, and I think it looks amazing. So I got it for really cheap too. I got it for like 50% off of what it goes for. Yeah, I'll find a place for that. Maybe I should collect more skateboard decks just to I love the way the artwork looks on decks, but I don't want to pay like 60, 80 bucks, $100 for those. I got this one for 30 bucks, and that was like, okay, I'm in. I'll be a skateboard art collector, a deck collector. That's fine with me. Let's see here. What's the next one we have? Ooh, okay. We have another Scream Factory, if I do say so myself. I think it is. I'm like 90% sure. It is a movie that I do enjoy. It's Darkman, baby. Who is Darkman? I love this artwork, but I wish that they would have went the slipcover route. Could you imagine if they just did Who is Darkman on the slipcover? Kind of like the Thing release that Mill Creek did. They just had the letters, and then you pull it open, and you get the entire image of Darkman. What? Come on. Scream Factory. That is screaming to be done. Like, this would pop so much more. I think that image already looks great, but having the slipcover on there to reveal all of the artwork would have been like a notch above. So just going off this, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I wish I knew what the back looked like. I wish I knew what the frickin' inside looked like. I wonder if this is on there. I bet it's not, because it's the same company that I just looked up for Creepshow, and they didn't have anything. How can you try to promote a release and not have all of the information out there? I don't understand. Yeah, because from what I can see, it doesn't show all the Steelbook, like even on their website. It just shows the front cover of the Steelbook and like art cards you'll get. But that's it. How can I don't understand companies sometimes. I tell you what. Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. So just going off of here, and that's it. I am going to be ranking Darkman a good. I want to give that very good so very badly, but the slipcover could have made it very good. I think that's a striking image, but nothing that's blowing me away either. The more I look at it, the more I'm like, man, there's so much lost potential with this. And I wish that I had a back image or an inside image to go off of. But as of right now, it might be towards the top of the good. But for me, it's just a good. Here's another Scream Factory. So we're not going to be able to see a lot of this release, unfortunately. But if we go back to the Wally world and we look up Dragonheart, a movie I have not seen, but I have seen like the trailer for it so many times. Dragonheart. It's an okay image. I think it's a very artfully done image. Get the 4K and the Blu-ray. One thing that I am getting sick of with like Shout Factory is just how they go so bare bones with their 4K releases. They just give you the new transfer, and that's about it. They don't give you any new special features. I'm a big special features guy, and the fact that I'm not getting a lot with a lot of their releases, a lot of new at least. I already own so many Scream Factory movies. Just give me like one or two little morsels of special features and incentive to buy these releases. I would double dip. The majority of these I'm not, because I'm happy with the Blu-ray. For this one, I like the image. I'm not in love with the image. I like the oil paint aesthetic that they went with. But for me, Dragonheart is just a good. Again, I wish I could see more of the Steelbook, but it's not anywhere. So what am I supposed to do? I just go off of this image, and I think it's a good image. It's not blowing me away. What is blowing me away, though, and what I did not think would be blowing me away, is this other Mill Creek release. Hollow Man. I like this image quite a bit. The classic poster image. Think you're alone? Think again. I don't know. I've seen this movie in my childhood. It was on Stars a lot. Just a fun time. You ready for the back, though? You ready for what is really like oohing and eyeing me that's hidden with the J card that you won't be able to see in stores, but when you unwrap it, you'll be like, oh, look at that. I love the way that looks. It's hard to tell. There's not really that much pop in the eye, but just the way that it looks, I love the look of this release. And I love how the disc artwork kind of has like some of that, like the graphics of the title. We have Hollow Man himself right there. I like this release. It encapsulates a lot of the movie within every ounce of it. Kind of like what Anaconda did too, but Anaconda played it a little bit more safe. I feel like Hollow Man put a little bit more of itself out there, dipped its toes into the if you like a lover of that movie, you have more of an incentive to buy the movie. For me, Hollow Man is a very good. It's a notch above Anaconda for sure. For sure. Mill Creek releasing 3 Steelbooks in 1 month, I think is amazing. I don't think Mill Creek, they've done a Steelbook for Street Fighter, which was amazing. They put a Steelbook out for the remake of The Thing, which is like my 3rd or 4th favorite Steelbook of last year. They put one out for Lords of Dogtown, which is another great release, front, back, inside, all of it looked great. They did one for Miami Vice, which they put the theatrical and the director's cut in, which I didn't know that there was a director's cut of Miami Vice. The imagery on the Steelbook looked great too. I feel like Mill Creek gets slept on when it comes to their Steelbook releases. Posting 3 in a month, the sleep should be out of everybody's eyes. Just rub that sleep out. They're getting slept on. And another reason why I think they're getting slept on, I talked about this. They're putting slipcovers on their releases. Here's one for I Know What You Did Last Summer. This movie's fun. This Steelbook looks great. I already own the 4K of this movie. I'm going to house the 4K in the Steelbook. Throw everything of the 4K packaging away because I like the way this looks quite a bit. Because the slipcover adds something to the theatrical poster. Because just here, there's a theatrical poster. Having the actual villain of the movie on here just makes it that much more striking of an image. I like this one. I really like this one. We got the hook on the back. On the inside, we just have a guy underwater. It's kind of losing steam on the inside. I think that front cover is striking enough. The front cover with the slip cover is doing a lot of the heavy lifting here. I think it's doing so much of the heavy lifting that I have to give this one a very good. I think the front cover alone with the slip cover is amazing. It's very good. Next, a movie that I have not seen, but I've heard very, very strong things about. And that is going to be one that we've talked about. The one that Inception kind of stole some concepts for, I guess. I've heard that for a while. Did I spell Paprika right? I did not spell Paprika anywhere close to being right. Maybe Paprika 4K, huh? How about that? And not just the spice, Jacob. Paprika! I love that image. I think that image is so strong. And I know it's just the poster artwork, right? Look at all of the different detail that's inside of this sucker. I could stare at this for 5 minutes and just look at every single aspect that is inside this painting. I am in awe of this image. Paprika! I don't know what the back looks like. Maybe I can look this one up. It's Sony, so that should be out here somewhere. Let's see if I can spell Paprika right this time. Paprika. 4K Steelbook. Is there other imagery on here? I'm not seeing it just yet. But this might be the rare exception, folks. Yeah, it's... What? I don't understand. Again, I've already talked about why I don't understand why companies don't do this. But for this in particular circumstance, I am going to say that the imagery alone on Paprika is strong enough to where it's going to be amazing. I like that image quite a bit. I'm not the biggest fan of anime. I'm not... I like Inception, but it's a movie I've never seen before. Yet that image on there is so strong. It makes me want to buy the movie just because I love the way that looks. Just looking at that image makes me think it's going to be in contention of like my top Steelbooks of the year. Depends on what the back looks like. Depends on what the inside looks like. I'll find out shortly when it comes out in a couple weeks. Here is another Scream Factory or Shout Factory title. Excuse me. This next one here. I like the movie. I like the movie quite a bit. This Steelbook, though, has a lot to be desired, if I'm being honest. And that is Platoon. Just a helmet. There's a lot of imagery. I would have even taken the William Dafoe thing. Like, that's the classic at this point. This seems a little lazy, if I'm being 1,000% honest. There's a lot of blank canvas on here. It reminds me a lot of, to a lesser degree, of like the Studio Ghibli movies that Shout also came out with. Just like an image with a base color around it. I did not like those. I like the movies. I did not like the way those Steelbooks looked, so I didn't pick up any of those Steelbooks. This one, again, is using that lazy format. I'm not a fan. I'll just say that. I'm not a fan of this Steelbook. So for me, this is getting a not good. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's not Daryl Dixon bad. That's just bad. That's just real bad. But Platoon is not great either. It's very lazy, and not in like a creative lazy way, but just in like a lazy way. It's not getting the job done. Me seeing that in stores is not going to make me pick that up. For sure. For sure. This next one, though, just might do the trick for me. Because this has been a blind spot movie for me for the longest time. Magnificent 7 4K Steelbook. Again, another shout. They did the exact opposite of what they did with Platoon. I feel like this is classic poster artwork here. And this goes a long way. Like if they would have used the Platoon artwork for the poster, that original poster, it would have done gangbusters. This image is so striking. I love the way that this sucker looks. I think it's going to pop off a Steelbook. Again, I don't know what the back looks like. I don't know what the inside looks like. Shout Factory, get your shout together, okay? I don't know what you're doing. It's like every single aspect of your company is running on autopilot right now. But this Steelbook does look good. This Steelbook looks pretty good. Let's go with a very good. I think this is a very good Steelbook. It's like a run-of-the-mill very good. Like it'll be in there somewhere. But it's pretty strong. Pretty strong. We have 2 Steelbooks left. Let's see what comments we have in here. And it's a lot of infinite character, man. Appreciate that. Be sure to show Rambo in your movie alphabet. Maybe. I like First Blood, but that doesn't start with an R. First Blood is definitely the strongest of that franchise for sure. Thoughts on the Iron Claw? I liked it quite a bit. I'm not a big crier. Just movies don't make me tear up. I don't know why, but they just don't. That one came very, very close. That one is like tugging on every single emotional heartstring that I have. Platoon was actually shot in the Philippines. Fun fact. Sounds about right. But okay, we have 2 more releases to go. The second to last is one that I want to get a 4K upgrade for, but I don't know if this release is going to do it for me. Train to Busan. Train to Busan. You Busan. And the reason why, like, this is fine. This is a great looking Steelbook. The only problem is, and I wish I could grab this, but my teaser in the other room. This looks identical to the Steelbook that was released of the Blu-ray, except instead of a black background, it's a white background. I think that is lame. There's so much very cool imagery you could have done with Train to Busan, and to just use the same thing over again, you lost a sale. You lost like a guaranteed sale. Oh, this is just a Blu-ray? No, it's a 4K. Why does it say Blu-ray on the cover? Why does it say Blu-ray right there? But over here it says 4K. I'm confused. But still, the fact of the matter remains, to just like do a background change, even though this image is great, don't get me wrong, if you don't have this in your collection, you should. It's a great movie. It's a very cool looking image. I just already have it in the collection. So I don't know if I need to have it again. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give Train to Busan a good. Just for that reason. If they would have done anything else different, it would have gone in the very good. But to just like change the background color from black to white, not doing it for me. You're not getting that. I'm not doing it. No, thank you. The last movie we have to talk about for the month of February is one that I'm very intrigued on watching. I have not seen it for myself. I love this director. He directed Paddington 1 and 2. And I adore those movies with a passion. Here is Wonka. Maybe. Jesus. Where is Wonka? Did I pass it? Where is Wonka? Why is it showing me the DVD and not the 4K Steelbook? What is going on? This is a cool Steelbook too. Do I have to go elsewhere to look this up? I think I do. What is going on here, Walmart? Okay. Since this is the last one, let's just go. Wonka 4K Steelbook. And let's look up images. How pathetic. Okay, here we go. Out of stock. Maybe that's why. Oh, Wonka. Huh. I wonder if it's out of stock, they pull it. That's interesting. Best Buy did not do that. Best Buy just said out of stock. This one is just completely hiding it. So if I click on it, is it gonna? It pops up. It just doesn't pop up in search. That's interesting. That's intriguing. So this is sold out already. Very interesting. Sold out online at least. The only time you might be able to find this might be in stores. I wonder if they have. Yeah, I think this is a good image to go off of. If my Steelbook sense is tingling like I think it is, I think this release is going to have a lot of embossing, a lot of debossing on these cool looking candies over here. If that's the case, it's going to pop like absolute gangbusters. I think this release could be a sleeper release. I think I love the candy aesthetic that they're going off of. It's Wonka, of course. It's very simple, but it does catch my eye. If I'm going off of assumption and my Steelbook senses that this will be embossed and debossed, because I really think it will. I think I saw another image. Let's can I go back? No, I can't go back. It popped something else. Oh shoot, I'm still on the other page. Another page. Excuse me. Let me stop sharing. Let me go over here and do the Walmart one. Sorry, I was thinking you guys could see what I could see, but you couldn't. I think that there's a lot of embossing and debossing on this. It just makes sense, right? To kind of like feel the candy in the chocolate box. They have to. And I want to say that they've shown imagery of said like texture pops in other images that I can't find at the moment. But that's okay. I am 80% sure that this will have texture pops. And if that is the case, if there is embossing and debossing on this sucker, for me, that's going to put this release to a very good. But I think I'm going to have to kind of shift this to the lower of the very good, just because I'm not 100% it has embossing and debossing. So now that all of them are on the board, let's do some shuffling around. Paprika is my most anticipated Steelbook release of the month. Movie-wise, I don't know. But Steelbook-wise, I think that is gorgeous. It's a stunner. Now let's go off of the looks of these Steelbooks. I want to say second place is Creepshow. I think that one looks so good. Just looking at all of these, this one pops like crazy. Followed by Footloose. Followed by, Prisoners of the Ghostland. Followed by Footloose. Followed by Magnificent Seven. Followed by Marvels. And then Brawl. And then Willy. Willy and then Brawl. Brawl that Willy. There we go. I Know What You Did Last Summer will be next. Wonka will be after that. Mayhem will be last. Hollow Man overall quiet. I like that. I like that order. I feel strong. Lock it in. The very goods are in. The good department. I think the strongest of the good is probably Darkman. I think there's a lot of potential with the back and the inside artwork. This release could sing. I just don't know yet. Then we go with Dragonheart could be a sleeper too. But I think I want to go with Weird because I think there could be a lot of potential there as well. Followed by Dragonheart. Followed by Hunger Games, Anaconda, Children of the Corn's last, VHS, because that swap over is lazy. Yeah, here it is. Here's my official ranking of how I think I rank the Steelbooks in February based off of images that I can find online or based off of physical copies that I currently have on hand. Again, a very strong February. I'm hoping. Last year we had so many great Steelbook releases. Me personally, I love I know what she did last summer that I have right now. I love the Footloose. Even if I think the movie's okay, the transfer is fine. The Steelbook is a stunner. I'm really hoping this Creepshow does what I think it will and just pop off that Steelbook. There's a lot of good to be had here, and I'm really hoping for the best. Fingers crossed here. But yeah, that is all I have to say today on Steelbooks. Again, I will try to do this every month as long as there's a good amount of Steelbook releases. January, there was 4. Didn't make any sense for me to hop on and do that. But I had fun doing this. I hope that you had fun watching this. If you did, please give a like, a subscribe, all that fun stuff that you do on anywhere you're watching this. And until next time, I'll see you. Bye.